Getting closed in on. He knows he's in trouble, and he's level 2. Just the one summoner spell. Raydere going to slowly push the wave in. Chuffer joining in as well. Level he actually might be the first target. He's level 1. Is poor Morgana. Good binding though. Will get Spookz, and that might just wait the dive. They're going to come back in. Lucian walks in for first blood though.
Just shows they were kind of forced into a lane top and then just didn't really have the strategic knowledge to be able to do it. It's perfection.
He's getting picked on here as Raydere and Rosey will move in. Exhaust comes down. No flash or rip walk available. Raydere going to get low. Good dodge of the piercing light. Almost protects him, but all the mechanics in the world can't save him. Both look to scale. Swiffer probably going to go for that Rod of Ader's build again as Chuffer. Now getting low. Rosey going to get the slow, and Tornado comes through, but Raydere gets another kill.
And this is nothing perfection can do. His auto attacks hurt, but it's a pickaxe. You have to respect the massive jump in power. Now 3-0-0, but SoulStrikes is there.
Finally a flash forced out in the mid lane, but down the bottom, SoulStrike has come through. Perfection finally going to get himself a kill, and that's a big opening. I mean, they obviously want to go for that dragon, and Chiefs are going to move in for a fairly early first dragon here at 8.5 minutes. Should be able to get it. No vision here, and Raydere even going to use the ultimate just to make sure they can get a bit of extra damage down and take it that much faster. Swiffer's here as well. Dragon does go down, but out from under the turret, SoulStrikes will find Spookz. Actually was getting too friendly there on the enemy side of the jungle. Good cocoon lands in. Flash Frost again. Swiffer landing in, but Sharp going to find the swap. That might actually give the kill over. SoulStrikes going to get bitten down, and that'll be the first one. Swiffer cutting back into his ultimate. Swiper here as well. Perfection's joined in though. Sharp gets the killer. Great double stun into a double knockup. Sharp goes down. King joining in, and Swiffer still has his egg though. Does go down. Perfection now going to get chased down. It does get knocked up there. Swiper doing good damage, but he riff walks just in time. King gets the next kill. Chuffer finds Swiper. Perfection might be able to find this second. Sion knows he's dead though, and that's a massive win for the Wolves.
Yeah, 3-for-1 trade because the whole time Rosey and Raydere were pushing down the outer turret and top. So the Direwolves.
King in the bottom though, gonna find a friend there, and Spookz. A great cocoon landing in. King forced to flash away, but Raydere will follow. Culling comes down, and Rosey actually there to maybe take it, but Lucian gets it instead.
So why give him the opportunity? Why delay your power spike to 25 minutes?
Well, we'll have to see if it...
but going to be delayed.
Yeah, I mean, we've got good options here. SoulStrike's going to try and find Spookz. The swap will land in as Elise is forced to repel away. Everyone gets protected. Great binding, but Perfection find his way in the bottom side. Sharp going to get the first kill onto Spookz. Perfection going to get destroyed by Raydere. Now the culling comes out. That forces the flash. Chuffer zoning them off with the bindings. Rosey will flash away there out from the binding as Chuffer got them away with the SoulStrike. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but Perfection crucially dead.
Yeah. Game is completely map control based for the Chiefs. If they can force the Direwolves to fight on their terms, to engage upon them, they will be very, very strong. But in these situations where Direwolves have been able to out-rotate them, as Chiefs pick up the outer turret, Direwolves look strong.
Perfection though going in there, dodges the cocoon. Sharp trying to find in as well. King's already popped his ulti. Swift's gonna get swapped back there as well. Rosey ulted into the team, has to flash away. Resets with the monsoon, but too much poke still. Raydere trying to find a line in, but even Swiper taking damage. Rosey might get locked away. The Direwolves crucially find no kills.
Yeah, the fight still continues. They're forced to back away still, even though...
Oh, Perfection gets tagged by Raydere. Does go down there, just not enough health right now on the Kassadin, and the Chiefs now can continue pushing in. Spookz gonna get caught by a binding. Damage gonna come through, but Repel will save him, and there's so much to dodge here for the Wolves.
Chiefs, and you can see they're looking for another engage.
They have to answer the turret, but Sharp might get caught out. Good damage coming through. Almost gets stunned, but SoulStrikes. Black Shield's gonna come down and prevent any sort of chase. Never mind as Raydere just dashes forward and continuing to get kills. 7-1-0 on the Lucian.
Raiden
going to waddle back down. Who's again farming in the empty lane? Surprise everyone, it's the Kassadin. And a SoulStrike, he's going to get Cocoon Tornado, just missing though. Was that body slam going to keep him safe? Swiffer, very aggressive here as SoulStrike. Going to get cold potentially. Good ulti will disengage, but too much damage coming in. Swiffer going to get the first kill. Perfection can't line anything up. King dodging out some of these skill shots, so does get tagged though by one. Forced to flash away as he takes a big frostbite from Anivia. Chuffer ulting onto Rosey. No flash available. Does get now. Perfection going to dive in, wants to get the kill. King instead will get it, but that's going to force the flash from Perfection, and very greedy of the Dials, but at least they get a kill. Elves like to fight teams off for their third. Do they have enough strength now?
I mean, we're going to find out very soon. I think they have to opt into a fight.
Well, they are going to try here. SoulStrikes might line up the ulti. Good zone, though, from Anivia created by the Glacial Storm. King going to get tagged by a stun. SoulStrikes going in for the steal, but Lucian going to get it instead. Swiffer ultis, but gets real low there as he dives into the backline. Kung, they're going to zone them away. The Dials just need a pick, but can't find anything. Well, again, another nice spell shield, but Swiffer going to dive in. Has to use the ulti, but gets knocked up. Spookz going to dive in. Raydere's on top, and that's the 8th kill for the Lucian.
Yeah. Wave clear at all, pastry time.
No, not at all. And now they're going to move in, try and see what they can do. Raydere actually gets tagged. Has to be a bit careful, trying to clear it out. Swiffer going imperfections back, but Rosey has to reset. The base gets broken here. And just not enough here for the Direwolves. Yeah, why is King alone, though? If you know that Perfection's off on his own farm, don't separate from the rest of your team. And the Direwolves going for almost a desperation Baron. Lucian off to the bottom half of the map. The Direwolves might just get it.
3,000 health.
Can he line up a big steal? Coming back down is the Elise. Swiffer actually gets a kill on the shot. Going to fight here instead. Perfection's too low, though. Chuffer is going to go down. The Baron's going to get the... Who's going to get it? It might not matter. It is Spookz, of course, and the Chiefs rout the Wolves in the Baron pit.
They tried
take away as much as the
Speaking of casually, Swiffer takes no damage from the turret.
Well, you know, he's a very large Sion with a frozen heart, so not particularly surprised there. Inhibitor's going to go down almost simultaneously here at this point. First one's going to fall in mid. Second will be here in the top half of the map. And the Dials, we talked about it, they kept even for so long, but suddenly a very uneven looking game. That means King actually did use the shield, might have it back soon. Sharp going to get tagged there. Culling will move in just for poke damage. Good wall actually catches him in there, and that's going to force SoulStrikes to use his ultimate to get them away. Swiffer, though, massively tanky. They're just going to move in for the turret. Nexus turret already dead to super minions. Chiefs going to move in for the bottom side as well. Swiffer forced to flash away there, but the Dials have to run back to their base, and Raydere tanking the turret on his Lucian.
And it's one of the luxuries when you have that Bloodthirst and all the lifesteal. Janna for disengage as well. Direwolves, they might look for engage, but they've already had their third outer inhibitor turret down. Not a lot to fight for at this point, and I feel like the Chiefs will just rotate in and take this inhibitor.
It just feels like the Direwolves always come back in when it's a little too late, when they've already lost something, not able to play proactively here in the Chiefs. They've had momentum all series long. Perfection gets cocooned out of a rip walk and dies to Raydere. Amazing play as King. Going to get dove on Chuffer, looking to be the next target, although everyone okay for now. Spookz will be forced to flash away, but that cocoon was amazing.
And they have to respect Raydere's damage. Goes in aggressively.
Yep, legendary, of course, now on the Lucian. Gets another kill. Sharp might make it another here. Raydere racking them up there. Make it another as he gets a triple kill in that last team fight, and the Chiefs looking happy, get onto the Nexus, and they've done it. Congratulations to your IWIC Oceanic representatives. The Chiefs finally win.
19-1 on the season. Only the one loss to 4-0. The Chiefs have done it. They finally make up for what was a desperately poor 2014 by starting 2015 on a high.
And you could tell there they were very serious after game one, letting out a little more in game two, and finally just a sigh of relief on everyone's face. It's been so long since they've won. It's crazy to say that about a team like the Chiefs, but you can tell when they finally break through once again, it means so much to them.